MHP Phantoms, welcome back to the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Mr. Carlson, and this is your Algebra 2.1 class. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm really excited to try out all these new things online, and I hope you are somewhat excited, maybe, getting back from summer, to start again school in a different format, in a different way. But be encouraged. I'm here to help you with a myriad of different things, a variety of different things. So we have teachers all across our campus working really hard so that you can learn the best education you can get. So, without further ado, I'm just going to really explain who I am, what my likes and dislikes are. I'm going to introduce the class a little bit to you. I'm going to go through the syllabus. And after that, I have a short Desmos activity. It's a really great activity, just introduction to Algebra 2. What are we looking at? So I can get to know you a little bit better. And so through this online mess, I know who I'm talking to. I can get to know your face a little bit, and then I'll go from there. So you don't really need to do too much this weekend at all. Just review the syllabus and finish up this Desmos activity, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So you'll see right here, this is kind of the template that I will kind of teach from. You'll see that I have Algebra 2.1. This is my name. This is quarter one, day one right here. So I will always have the quarter one and then day. So this is a day one. This is kind of our slight summarized agenda, and this is our specific agenda. Anything that's crossed out, such as this graphing lines CUDA worksheet, you don't have to do at all. Okay, obviously I'm not going to print out worksheets for you and send them home to you. So I'm not going to do that. So this is, if we were in class, we would do that. But since we're not in class, since it's online, I'm not going to let you do that. So you're welcome, free of charge. Okay, let's get started. So welcome, like I said, to Algebra 2.1. Obviously, this is math, and I want to kind of share a little bit why I am a math teacher. So this is from Plato. He's a Greek philosopher. I'm also the philosophy teacher at MHP. If you have yet to take philosophy, I highly encourage you to take it because it's an amazing class. So many students rave about it because it's just that life-changing. I'm serious. It's one of those classes where even admin will probably encourage students to take. So from Plato, the highest form of pure thought is mathematics. The reason why I think that is because it's logical. It's one of those things where it's critical thinking. It engages you. You can't really be passive with math. You can probably be passive in English, maybe definitely in history, but with regards to math, you have to be active. And so even though that this is now online, I encourage you all to be active in your pursuit of Algebra 2.1 here. And I'm going to help you with that. Okay. This other quote right here, it's anonymous. Good mathematics is not about how many answers you know, but it's about how you behave when you don't know. One of the reasons why I'm a math teacher is because I ask tons of questions, tons of questions. And I'm still asking math questions. I'm asking personal life questions about the universe and why we exist and why is there something rather than nothing. But that's what makes a good learner. When you ask questions, and one of those things is we tend to shut down when we have mathematics in our head and we have this math anxiety and we can't do anything and I'm not good enough, and that's what we think. And it's inbred in us, either from our family, our other teachers, even school growing up, or just maybe something inside of us. But that's kind of what I want to fight. That's why I become a math teacher and educator, so I can change that mentality, not just of mathematics, but of learning. I want to be able to foster a classroom that looks at mathematics in a different light. There is such a thing as good mathematics. When we're doing good mathematics, it's really how we behave when we don't know the answer. There's many questions that I won't know the answer to, okay? And you will ask me, and I'm probably going to be puzzled in one way, shape, or form, but I will at least tell you I will find the answer as much as possible. And I think that is a promise you can cash. So keep that in mind as we're kind of going through this class. Okay? So a little bit about myself. This is my lovely wife. She is actually an English teacher here. Most of you have probably even had her. Okay, so if you remember maybe taking English way back when, this is her. She's great. This was taken a couple of years ago at a wedding. I love her. Her name's Mrs. Carlson, obviously. This is my cat. For those of you who don't know me, I really love cats. I do love dogs, though. I mean, I want a German Shepherd, but I think cats are something of near and dear to my heart. Mainly for one reason only: they're fluffy, and I love fluffy things. I love just like squeezing them and just like holding them tight. They're like a live stuffed animal. I mean, why would you not love that? These are my two cats. This is Lucy here, the fat gray one, and this is Jossie, short for Jocelyn, the orange one. I will not lie, I do love Lucy way more. I mean, indefinitely, way more. I love her so much more than Jossie. I think that's okay. My wife gets mad at me, so don't tell her. We've had Lucy for 4 years now and Jossie for 3. And so Lucy actually just got rid of a liver failure. We actually had to take her to the vet because she was about to die. So we saved that cat's life twice because she was adopted. So she should be freaking grateful. Clark Summit University, that's my personal alma mater. It's a small college near Scranton, Pennsylvania. If you're familiar with the office, it's literally in the hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Clark Summit University, I got a secondary mathematics education degree, so I'm certified in teaching mathematics, and I'm highly qualified to teach in general. And I also have a dual major there in theology, so I learned a lot about philosophy and theology and world religions there, and so that's one of my pursuits. That's really what I do on every day. I also play guitar. If you don't know me, if you have never visited my classroom, when COVID maybe subsides and we're allowed to have students back on campus, visit my classroom. It's full of guitars. This is actually my personal guitar at home. It's beautiful. It's very expensive, but that's okay. My wife's good to me. And I really, really enjoy playing. I've been playing for almost 15 years. I play fingerstyle acoustic guitar, so I enjoy that. This is my favorite mathematician. He's kind of weird looking because he has cancer. He had cancer. He's dead now. He's been dead for almost 300 years. But his name is Leonard Euler. He has cancer in his right eye, or cataract in his right eye. And so he used to actually take drugs, opium, to counterbalance that. He's a great guy, and when you get up to higher level mathematics classes with me, we learn a little bit more about him. This is his equation that he came up with. It's often dubbed the most beautiful equation in the world. I love it because it has so many good things to it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's basically called Leonard's or Euler's equations, and it's, like I said, one of the most beautiful equations in the world. This is another reason why I love it, because it can be basically it basically amounts to this, and this obviously is trigonometry. I also teach trigonometry. I love trigonometry, and so if you ever take it with me, you'll definitely see something like that. And of course, I love Spider-Man. If you see in the back here, I have lots of Spider-Man stuff. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Everything about him just brings joy. My father got me interested in Spider-Man when I was a kid. I grew up reading the comics. He actually had, fun fact, the first edition Spider-Man, uh, the fantasy comic, the very first appearance of Spider-Man, and he sold it like 20 years ago. Now it's worth literally close to probably $1 million, but back then it wasn't really worth anything. The Tobey Maguire movies may have ruined that. I don't know. So let's get into the syllabus. This is a summary. I will go into the syllabus, the actual syllabus, like step by step, because I want to be explicitly clear. But I am going to summarize everything here, and then I'm going to go to the summary, or the actual syllabus in a little bit. So if you just want to skip ahead with this video and like, I can review this later and just go to the actual syllabus, that's fine. If you don't want to deal with the actual syllabus and you just want the summary piece, that's fine too. So do whatever you need to do. I'm going to go through this really quick. These are the main points, and I hope parents are also listening and watching this so that they can know what MHP's expectations are for the student, but also my expectations are for your student, your child. So online classroom expectations, like I said, it's pretty much just going to be like this setup. I will pretty much every single day have a video for you guys. Not always, but pretty much every day I will have a video, and it'll be like day 1, day 2, day 3. And I will pretty much post those videos every single Sunday night or probably come up on Monday morning, more than likely Monday morning, on Google Classroom, and it will have this whole list of suggested template for the week. I'll show you that in a little bit, but it'll be a whole list of suggested template for the week, and that will be basically your guide to work through as you're working through the week. So whatever you're working on, you can say, okay, Mr. Carlson suggested this assignment for this day. I can do that, or I can work ahead. So I will have all the assignments for only that week posted and ready and available. Okay, I'll get more into that later, but just that's kind of the expectation. All I ask is that you complete all the assignments by Friday by 4 p.m. So if you want to write that down, even right now by taking notes, which you should be, Friday by 4 p.m. is when all the assignments will be due, unless it's weekend homework, which is not usual. Sometimes I'll give weekend homework, but it's not usually the case, especially for online purposes. So everything due by 4 p.m. Okay, and that's going to be on our Math Excel program. I use Math Excel. I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, I'll show you a little bit around it. So policies, MHP policies pretty much stay the same. I mean, the technology policy pretty much stays the same, guys. Don't break the Chromebooks. Take good care of them. Policies in my classroom are, like I said, I'll post videos and a suggested template for the week for you to work through. Monday morning, 8 a.m., more than likely, yes, on Google Classroom. I will be utilizing these videos, Google Classroom, and our online homework platform called mathexcelforschool.com. I'll get into more of that later, so don't worry about that too much. So that's briefly on the policies. You can always email me for anything. Just email me for any questions, and I'll have the email on the syllabus. Procedures, you don't really need to know much about the procedures other than there's attendance that you'll have to kind of go through, and you'll have to fill out these attendance forms and everything. I'll get into more of that when I get to the actual syllabus. So just, and I'm pretty sure Mrs. Mace admin has already contacted you guys, or should have contacted you guys, about attendance. So that's really the biggest thing with regards to procedures. You need to check in with me daily. I'll say that one more time. You, the student, need to check in with me, the teacher, daily, daily, daily. It doesn't matter if you finish all of your assignments on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, great, I have the whole weekend and, Thursday and Friday to just chill. That's true for schoolwork, yes, but that does not mean you should not check in with me daily on that Thursday and Friday. So if you finish all your assignments on Wednesday, guess what? I need to hear from you Thursday and Friday, those 2 days that you're not doing any work because you're so smart and you finished everything. Okay, so that's why I will post a template. If you don't want to do that, I will post a template suggesting that you do this day, that this day, and that this day, and I'll go all the way to Friday so that you can space out your stuff evenly. That's the biggest thing for procedures. I'm going to get more into that later. The most important thing I think for the syllabus that you guys need to pay attention to and parents need to pay attention to is actually how I'm grading things. The homework quizzes is number one. That will be daily, not every single day, okay? But maybe like 2 or 3 homework quizzes per week, okay? Those will be worth very little. It's actually worth 10 out of 10 points, usually 5 questions. And they'll roughly be about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Depending on how hard the topic is or whatever. But usually in class, I would do 20 minutes. And I actually let you use your notes for that. So they're actually really, in class, I would let you use your notes. Obviously, you're going to use your notes for these quizzes when you're online. But you can also use my videos during this and everything, absolutely. So they're usually not too difficult, and they correspond to the previous day's homework. Okay, so they just go over the previous day's homework. It's like a formative check. How are we doing? Are you understanding the material and so forth? Usually on Fridays, I have actual quizzes, not homework quizzes, but actual quizzes. And these will be usually worth 50 out of 50 points, 10 questions. Not every Friday. I don't have a quiz every Friday, okay? I usually have a quiz every other Friday or so forth, and they're basically questions over the whole week, not just over one particular assignment like the homework quizzes, but the whole week. They're usually worth 10 questions, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, timed on Math Excel, which I'll get into, like I said, in a little bit. The unit tests, these are about every 3 weeks, every 2 or 3 weeks. They're about 20 questions, 100 points. Those are the summative grades. Those are the actual tests. So you have about 3 of them this quarter. 3. Okay, not including the final exam. Okay. So those are the big things. I'm going to explain more about that a little bit. If you're on Synergy and you can log in, you probably already see some of those assignments, such as a quiz, such as homework quizzes. And so that's great. I will post the assignments Wednesday for the next week. Every Wednesday I'll post the assignments for the next week, kind of see where we're kind of going, how the next week is going to follow. Okay. Honors contract, we're still doing honors. At least I think. We're still doing honors. I'm still doing honors. If you're interested in honors, because I don't want you to ruin your awesome GPA, for those of you who are interested, these are due by Friday, next Friday, 8/7. I'll show you how to turn those in. Obviously, I'm not going to hand them out to you. If you're in class, I'll hand them out, but I'm not going to hand them out to you this year. I'm going to show you what you need to do in a little bit when you get to Google Classroom. Sign syllabus. Obviously, you're not going to sign it. There's a different way. I'm going to show you that right now. There's a different way that you can acknowledge the syllabus. Parents and students, where I can have you acknowledge the syllabus using a Google form. And most teachers honestly are doing that. So look out for that Google form on other teachers' Google Classrooms. That's going to be due 8/5. This is worth a grade. Okay, the honors contract's not worth a grade, obviously, but the signed syllabus is worth a grade. So make sure you fill that out this weekend. You won't have that much to do tomorrow, Friday. I'm recording this Thursday, but you won't have to do too much on Friday, so might as well do the syllabus, right? Right. Okay, review that with a parent and guardian, please. I will review it really briefly. Before we get to this, let's get to your actual syllabus here. Okay, so I hope you guys can actually see this. This is your syllabus. It will be posted on Google Classroom. I'm going to get to Google Classroom and explain it a little bit. I'm trying to go fast, so you're not just looking at me boringly. Okay, so obviously I'm Mr. Carlson. This is my classroom. This is my email right here. You can click on this, send me an email anytime. I will answer. I kid you not, I usually answer students all the time. I mean, seriously, always. If you email me at 12 o'clock at night, I'll probably answer you, because I am really dedicated to my students. I really want you guys to get the best education possible, and I want to be there for you. I want to be able to answer your questions. The phone contact as of right now is MIA. So to be determined. We don't know how you're going to contact us on outside hours other than email. So just right now, just email me. Here is something you need to know: the Google Classroom code. Okay, the Google Classroom code. I hope you can see that. I would try to make this larger, but I think last time I tried to make it larger, it really screwed up with the video. So I'm actually not going to do that. So we'll see how it goes. But I hope you can see this. I will send this syllabus to you via email anyways. So you'll receive this email, and I'm obviously going through the syllabus right now. So you'll be able to see it both ways. But it's RBBFR4V, all lowercase, RBBFR4V. That is the Google Classroom code. Please get on it this weekend. Thanks. Okay. And then this is the Google Meets link. So this link will not change no matter what. It will be the same link throughout the whole quarter. Click on this link and it will take you directly to your meeting times. So Monday through Thursday right here are my meeting times, 10 a.m. through 11 a.m. You should have received an email with the class schedule, and you will have a class schedule on Google Classroom from admin. That's period 1, which is you guys. Period 1, Algebra 2.1, is meeting 10 a.m. through 11 a.m. On Monday. Not tomorrow, but on Monday. That's when we're meeting. So please click on this link. It'll take you directly through there. Use your MH Prep email, and then you can talk to me. I can see your face. This is worth a grade, by the way. It is an attendance issue. Okay, I'll get to that a little bit more. On Fridays, it's usually teacher time, but you can always schedule using a form I'll show you in a little bit, using Google Classroom, using a form where you can schedule one-on-one time between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. with any teacher, including myself. So if you're like, man, I really just don't know this, or this question on the quiz, and I'm going through the review and I just don't know and I'm freaking out, don't worry. Before you take the quiz on Friday, you can definitely come and get one-on-one time with me. and I can go through those questions with you. So I'm always going to be available in that. And of course, you can just click on that link on Friday during those times, and I'll be there. Okay, this right here, welcome back to school. I will actually post this video as a link to YouTube right here. So when you receive it on email, which if you're reading this, you probably received it already, then you can just click on that. Okay, before I get to there, I'm going to show you this. If you click on that syllabus, it'll take you to this Google form. This Google form is the syllabus acknowledgement form. This is what I need you to fill out by Wednesday, 8/5, by 4 p.m. Parents, students, fill this out. Many other teachers are doing it. I even put the due date right here. Ha! Okay, so this is for you guys. Fill it out, please. I need you to fill it out. Don't select trigonometry. You're not in period 2. You're in period 1, algebra 2. Put your student name, the parent guardian. I don't care if you do both parents or guardians, or parent email address. You can maybe just do one. I don't really care. Parent phone number, which is the best method of contact. If you have internet access, I'm pretty sure everyone has internet access, but I do need to double make sure, because we are doing heavily doing stuff online for math. Acknowledge that you've read it and acknowledge that you've understood the academic dishonesty contract. So I understand that you guys can cheat easily in mathematics, obviously. So parents, I'm really encouraging you as much as possible, keep a lookout. If you're reading this, keep a lookout for your student possibly cheating, because now that you're not there, maybe I'm not there, they can literally use a variety of different ways. If you're interested in what those ways are, please email me and I'll tell you all of them, because trust me, kids, I know all of them. Okay, I was a student once before. I'll skip all this, yada, yada, yada. This is a course outline, blah, blah, blah. These are my classroom expectations. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through this one. That one that I'm highlighting right there. It's my number one expectation. Ask questions. I'm not a freaking mind reader, and especially not online. If you're in class, you can maybe ask questions, but if you really don't understand something, I'm really trying to put myself out there as much as possible so that you can understand it. I want you to succeed. I don't want you to think like, oh, this is just another math class. I suck at math, so therefore I'm just going to fail. Ha ha ha, LOL. No, I want you to actually succeed here. I'm trying as much as possible to be available for you. And this online program, Math Excel, if you're not familiar with it, is amazing. Way better than anything Wilpink or Vargas has, for sure, let me tell you. Okay, so if you had Vargas in the past for Algebra 1, if you had Wilpink in the past, I'm telling you, Math Excel is way better than that. Okay, it really is. It has so many more online resources. It's like if you're cheating, you're not even really trying, to be honest. I mean, because it has so much to help you. I'll get through that in a little bit. Google Classroom. So this is the link, obviously, to Google Classroom. Most every student knows how to get on Google Classroom, so I don't need to go through this. Login instructions with the Google Classroom code. That's great. So I'm just going to go straight to here, Google Classroom. This is what it looks like. Don't use this Meet link. I repeat, don't use it. Don't use that. That's not the one we're using. Okay, so this is what you'll see when you get on here. First things first, I will post all the videos here. Okay, I'll post all the videos here with the suggested schedule. It's like a template. So see day 1, day 2, we're Friday tomorrow, when you're actually viewing this, is going to be day 1. You don't really need to do anything there. Okay. I'll tell you what you need to do when I go through the PowerPoint. But right here is going to be the first thing on Monday, 8/3, day 2. This is going to be the first thing that we go through, Math Excel. I'm going to specifically go through Math Excel, Google Classroom, and all that fun jazz. It's going to be exciting. Linear equations review. Okay, what are the linear equations review? I'm basically just going to review linear equations with you very briefly. And then you have an Algebra 2.1 pretest that's going to be on Math Excel. So I'm telling you, if you're having trouble getting on Math Excel on Monday, you need to come into my Meet link and talk to me face to face so I can help you. Okay? It's going to be very difficult. I'm going to explain Math Excel, how it goes in a little bit, but it's going to be very difficult for you to do any assignment without getting on Math Excel. And it can be complicated, but it doesn't need to be. I try to make the steps as clear as possible. Math Excel orientation is going to be just you getting familiar with the program. I'm going to explain that a little bit more in a bit. But it's just getting, once you're in the program, once you have the registration and the access code to get into the program, it's just going to be a short assignment for you to do. Okay. Day 3, solve linear equations, inequalities. Whenever I say lesson here, so that is an actual lesson. That's when you ought to actually view the video. Okay. I will have the videos posted as day 1, day 2, day 3. And so if you see day 3, just look down below. I'll actually attach a video here by YouTube, and it'll actually say day 1, day 2, day 3. If it says day 3 and you see, oh, that's a lesson, watch the video, okay? Because I'll actually explain the examples in the video. The homework, if you're honors, I'll explain the honors for you and everything when we go on Math Excel, but that's the homework. Whenever you see something like this, that automatically means Math Excel. All your homework is going to be on Math Excel, except for just slight things, participation assignments, but all your formative homework is going to be on Math Excel, okay? And I'll have that in the PowerPoint slide. So, and I'll even attach the PowerPoint slide to this. So I'll attach the PowerPoint slide for even today, for the first day, and I'll attach all these days' PowerPoints to them as well. So there's going to be a lot of days attached here, a lot of assignments, a lot of videos attached. Yes, a lot of them. So you have to decipher through each one, and they'll all be recorded with the title. Okay, 8.5 is when the syllabus is due. I already told you that. This is another lesson. I'm only going to 2 lessons today. It's just Algebra 1 review is all we're doing for next week. And then Algebra 1 quiz review, and I'm aiming for an actual quiz here, okay, on Friday. So FYI, next Friday quiz. That's what I'm aiming towards. Okay? So, and then I'll get in more of that later. And homework, none, yay, over the weekend, yay, that's fantastic. I'll also probably put focus note checks because we are still doing note checks, by the way. That's going to be on Google Classroom. I'll show you that right now in a little bit. And I'll put just basic reminders here. So if you have any questions, students, about this, just let me know and I'll answer them, especially on Monday. I'm fully expecting tons of students asking me questions on Monday. That's okay. You know, I'm there to answer them. Okay. Honors credit contracts due that time by 4 p.m. How do I do that? Please have a parent or guardian send me an email. So if you're interested, student, have your parent or guardian send me an email and I will get to it. Okay. Signed syllabus due by Wednesday 8/5 at 4 p.m. Okay, that's like I said, that's the signed syllabus, and all assignments, like I said, everything due by Friday at 4 p.m. Everything, Desmos activities, all that stuff. Now, obviously, you're only going to have one assignment this weekend. It's that Desmos activity, the introduction. So I'm going to explain that as we go through. But that's going to be due. I'm going to have that due on Wednesday. Okay. I hope that explains kind of what you'll be kind of seeing here on Wednesday, or not Wednesday, but Monday. I haven't posted this yet, so don't freak out, but I will be posting it. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. This is a stream page. Like I said, all the videos and everything will be posted there. Classwork page is pretty important, so I'm going to kind of briefly go through this. A lot of stuff will already be posted as soon as you get on here. Number 1, the syllabus, the exact syllabus I'm about to go through in detail right now. Plus the syllabus acknowledgement form is on here, parents and students, so feel free to fill that out. This is the syllabus that we're going through that I will send you via email, just in case you have it. Here's a curriculum outline. If you want to view like the outline of the whole quarter, be my guest. I posted it here so that you guys can see it. Honors contract, I even gave detailed instructions of what you must do if you're interested in honors. Just have your parent or guardian email me by next Friday, and then I'll put you in honors. Please look at this contract though right here, because I do require just 3 things, really actually 2 things, but 3 things in order to be in honors. So review that with your parent guardian. You can read this if you want a TI-84 emulator on your PC, then you can, but I just post that because some students are tech savvy and they want to do that. So this is the main thing I need to go through. So attendance. You are expected to check in with me daily. I'm going to explain more about that on the syllabus, but here's the expectations. Go ahead and click on that. Just very summarized expectations. You need to check in with me daily. You need to talk to me daily, every single student, because the state is requiring attendance. Yes, the state is requiring attendance, and maybe parents are being like, oh, that's dumb or whatever. Yeah, sort of, I guess, but we have to do it by law. This is the main thing that you should be focusing on right now, though, the virtual office hours and check-ins. This is detailed, baby. I mean, I'm telling you detailed. I tried to be as specific as possible here, so no confusion, all right? So these are the tutoring times, the meeting hours. Okay, simply click on this link. I mean, this link is already on the syllabus, but here it is again, just in case. All right, click on that link, please do. Click on it, and then I will be there on Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. to answer any of your questions. Or if you just want to check in, because you're required by law to check in, that too. So I'm envisioning most of you will just click on this at 10 a.m. Hey, I'm here. Great. Thanks. I got you. Anything else? Nah, I'm just checking in. Fantastic. If you have any questions on your homework, let me know. And then you can log off. That's all it is. Or you can stay on to ask me questions. That's going to be Monday through Thursday. I already told you the virtual office hours. If you need extra time, one-on-one support form can be filled out. Not right there. It's on a different link, but you can fill out the one-on-one support form on Google Classroom for more details. So you can get one-on-one time with me. If you can't contact me any of those days, if you can't be on Google Meets for any reason, okay, I want you to contact me through these ways, okay? Google Text, I'm going to hold up in the air because I may actually delete that soon. We're probably going to change phone, how students contact us through the phone a little bit, but this isn't my actual number, so don't freak out. This is just a Google number, okay? But email me always. I'll always answer my email. I'm very, very, very fast with answering my email. Google Form check-in. This is what this is. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to show you guys what this is. This is your Google Form check-in. So what this really is, guys, is if, let's just say you don't get on Google Meets and like, oh crap, and I need to check in with Mr. Carlson today, and I don't want to email him. I would actually prefer you do this. This would be really great because this actually tells me a little bit more than an email. You can type in your email here, you can go next, and it actually goes and takes you through your name, so who you are, what kind of period you have. So let's just say Algebra 2-1, I'm Bob, I go next. And then I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions, not that far down. How are you doing today? Are you feeling awful? Are you feeling groggy, tired? So just, click 1 to 3, whatever, 1 to 5. Do you need any help with your assignments today? Remember, this is a daily check-in. It's no longer like quarter 4, like a weekly check-in. I need to hear from you daily now. Daily, okay? And this is an excellent way to check in with me daily. Ladies and gentlemen, please use this. So let's just say, do you need help with your assignments? And you're like, I don't really know where to begin. Maybe on Monday, you're like, I have no idea. Or Tuesday, like, I still don't have no idea. Or Wednesday, Thursday, like, dude, I still have no idea what to do. That's fine. Fill this out, and I will review them daily, and I can reach out to you personally. What's your progress on your completing your math assignments for this week so far? So maybe you're that awesome kid that completes everything by Tuesday. That's great, but guess what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I still need to hear from you. So you don't need to email me those days, right? You can just fill this out every single day and just 175%. I completed all my assignments already. That's great, and you can tell me that. Okay, how well do you think you're doing in your online class so far? Maybe you're doing like, I'm not so well. Is there anything that I can help you with? I want you guys to be honest, and then any questions or concerns. Okay, so please utilize this form. It's your daily check-in form. Utilize that form right here. I posted it right here. So if you don't want to email me, you can use that as a check-in. I actually would probably prefer that rather than email, but by all means, email. Or if you want, you can just class comment. I mean, you can just comment on here and be like, hey, I'm good. I'm doing all my assignments. I mean, I don't recommend 4, but I guess you can do that. Okay. So that's the main thing for that bit. This is the online schedule. It was emailed to you guys already from Mrs. Mace, our admin. That's just there for you to kind of review. Like each period has its own significant section. Okay, so that you need to be on a Google Meet with them. Okay, it's totally different than quarter four. So I need you guys to understand that. Totally different than quarter four. Okay. And then this is the one-on-one support. If you want support with me personally on Fridays, click on this and you can fill it out. Okay, focus notes. Focus notes. We're trugging along. Focus note checks. I have one next Friday. Okay. I tried to be as specific as possible what I'm requiring. It is an Avid school, guys. So if you're like thinking, oh, we still have to do focus notes. Yes. I require Cornell note format for mine. And all you need to do is take a picture. I'm not going to have you, though, take pictures of all your notes, all the videos that we have. I mainly will probably do at most 2. So let's just say we have 4 lessons in the week. I'll probably only ask you to do 1 or 2, send pictures, upload them, and so forth. If you don't have Google Classroom on your phone, I mean, seriously, get with the times. Get Google Classroom on your phone so it's easier to upload for you. Here's a rubric, and here's a Cornell note section for you. Okay. And then the class comment is just me. These are the notes that I will be checking. Just so happens that's the 2 lessons we're doing this week. So I will be checking your notes for the lessons this week. You don't need to take any more notes or submit pictures or anything for any other thing above, like Desmos activities or anything. You don't need to do that. Okay. So that will be, I will have those posted. Those are assignments. Do them. This is your first assignment, Math Excel login. I'll get to that in a little bit. And then I also post other videos, by the way. If let's just say, hey, I hate this Carlson guy. He kind of sucks. Okay. Then you can learn the material not from me. On Google Classroom, I'll constantly post these videos, not from me. This is the organic chemistry guy and some other Khan Academy videos. I sometimes post. These aren't Khan Academy, but I'll post them. And by all means, you can click on these. They're rather short, and then they will actually teach you exactly what I'm teaching you. But if you don't like my teaching, then you can be like, I'd rather learn from here. Like I said, I'm giving you so many different resources. To me, there is no excuse. Okay? And so I will have resources available, videos for you available. And this is the second lesson. So these are the 2 lessons that I actually review Algebra 1 with this week. Okay, that's all the Google Classroom stuff. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, seriously, I'm trying to go fast here, but it's a lot of stuff. Don't get overwhelmed. Please don't get overwhelmed. I'm trying to not get you overwhelmed. So let's go back to the syllabus. That's Google Classroom. Math Excel. I'm going to spend significant time on this because this is so important. First off and foremost, if you pay very close attention, if you feel like, I hate this Carlson guy, I'm not going to like his class, I'd rather have Wilbank, I'm going to drop, and if you think you can get out of this class that you're already scheduled with, do not accept an access code for me. And then please, if you want to drop this class, email me. Tell me, okay? Because I don't want to register you, which is $15 per kid for this program, if you're just going to drop, right? That's nonsense. I don't want to waste that money, the school's money. So if you're going to drop this class, by all means, let me know as soon as possible. That's first and foremost. Now, this is the school website, the Math Excel for School website. You're going to click on this, not now, and you're going to do it on Monday. Don't do it now because you don't have access to it, especially if you're a brand new student, which in Algebra 2.1, I think most of you are brand new students. I think there's only 1 student that I can count on my class roster of 40 kids that already have experienced Math Excel for School. So that's pretty wild. All right, so most of you just need to click on this and go here. And what you'll do is you'll actually register, not today, not Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday, but you'll do this on Monday after speaking to me first. Is that clear? You'll click on student register and you'll go through and actually register it. You will need an access code that looks something like this. I will email that to you. I've explained all this in the syllabus, but I'm trying to reiterate it, okay, because I don't want any confusion. I will reiterate that to you. I will tell you this access code via email on Monday, and I'll give you this access code. And you'll look at your email and it's like, okay, that's my access code to register for Math Excel for School, which Mr. Carlson is using for all homework, quizzes, and tests. I will be using Math Excel for School for all homework, quizzes, and tests, okay? So it's very important. What's also important is this, using your school email. Don't use a fake email. It should be your first name dot last name at mhprep.com or whatever email the school has given you, especially if you're a new student. So I hope that's clear. Okay, and then your course ID. I have posted this course ID on the syllabus, okay, because everyone has the same course ID, but not every student has the same access code. In fact, every student will have a different access code. Okay, so you'll just click register here on Monday, and I'll explain this. Okay, I'll explain it probably on Monday too. You'll put in the course ID, the thing I give you on the syllabus, and you'll put that in here, and it'll be available on Monday. So I hope that's kind of clear what we're kind of doing with Math Excel. So if not, rewind it, but I'm going to exit out of this. I'll probably explain this on Monday again, to be honest. But yes, this website will be heavily used for homework assignments, quizzes, tests, okay? On this website, and I'll explain this on Monday more, so I'm not going to explain it too much right here. There's a variety of resources, view an example, help me solve this, videos, textbook, PowerPoints, the textbook itself. I mean, there's so many different resources on this, which is why I think it's so much better than Wilbank's. Whatever Wilbank does and whatever Vargas does in Khan Academy, it's so much better because students have real time results when they do their homework. It actually tells you if you got a question wrong right then and there. And it allows you to do it again. So it is vitally important that you spend time on Math Excel. I will tell you this right now. If you don't spend time on your homework on Math Excel, you will not pass this class. You just won't. I'm trying to think in my mind saying like, oh, maybe they'll pass. Maybe you'll pass with a D, but you definitely won't pass with any flying colors. I mean, you need to spend significant time on Math Excel every single day. And most of the assignments are only 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long. It's really not that much. Okay? But if you have any questions on how to navigate Math Excel, please ask me. Login instructions, I'm going to go more about this on Monday, but I will kind of review it. Register only for an account if you're new to my class, which is most of you, Algebra 2.1. And if you're staying in this class, if you're going to drop this class, don't even bother. Just email me and I'll tell Mace to get you out. Okay, but register if you're new to this class or if your account is more than a year old and expired. I think only one student that I have right now, their account is probably expired. And then I have another student whose account is not expired, and I'll probably reach out to you personally. I think you may know who you are. You used it literally last time you had me last year. So if you're registering for a new account, this is the majority of you, so pay attention. Click on this, like I said, click on it, follow the on-screen instructions, register for student, like I just showed you. Your username and password you will have to write down. And then make sure to use only your school email. Do not use a personal email. Do you understand me? Please don't. Please, please, please. School email. If your account is not expired, then simply go to enroll, of course. So that one student that I have, this is you. Just go straight down here, go log back into your normal account. It's not expired. Go up to your name, click on it, enroll in course, and then type that code in. Okay. So to reiterate, there's a difference between an access code and a course ID code. If you're new to me, you'll need an access code first. That's going to be given to you on Monday. Is that clear? Solid. Everyone will have the same course ID though. And so once you have that access code, then you can go and start typing in your course ID for the following on-screen instructions. I hope that's clear. Okay. Now your orientation, when you get on there, there'll be an orientation. This is what it looks like, by the way, the Math Excel orientation and what everything looks like. The Math Excel orientation is the very, very first assignment. It's very easy. It's basically just getting you acclimated, used to Math Excel. I'll explain that on Monday. That's going to be due on Friday. I need that at 100%. I will actually put that in the gradebook. Whatever percentage you get on that, I'll put in the gradebook. As well as your login, I need your login on Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom, classwork, I showed you this sort of already, but your login right here, once you're on Math Excel, once you have a username and password and everything, don't forget it, okay? Don't forget it at all. Go back here and put your username and password. This is an actual assignment that's due next Friday. If you don't complete it, I will take points off, okay? So there's that. I went through that so fast. I know, I'm sorry. So just review it if you need to. And if you have any questions, by all means, email me. Desmos is another class website that we're going to be using a lot. If you're not familiar with Desmos, it looks like this. It's amazing. It's so amazing. It's so free. I don't know why Wilbank doesn't use as much. If you had Vargas, then she probably used it sometimes. But it's completely for free. I mean, you can literally type, let's just say a linear line right here. I can just type a linear line. It totally gives me this. It gives me the y-intercept. I can calculate the slope between those points. It's amazing. I mean, seriously. And you're going to be doing some of this on Desmos today for the weekend. So it's really great. You can make your own account with your school email if you want to. I made one with my account. I actually highly suggest you do that. We are going to be using Desmos literally so much, pretty much every day, especially in one of these units. So please make your accounts because, again, it's free. Use your school email account. Required supplies, yada, yada. These are the classroom expectations. That's the same as quarter four. I'm not going to get too much into that. Whoa, let's go up right here. But I do want to get into this. So this is probably this big chunk right here I'm going to get into, and then that's pretty much it because this is a lot of information. A lot of information I'm sending your way, but that's okay. So 30 to 60 minutes is usually your homework time. It's going to be on Math Excel. Afterwards, you're expected to take a homework quiz, which is great. That's fine. And I have that on the suggested template. And that's going to also be on Math Excel. And it's going to cover just 5 questions taken directly from the previous lesson's homework assignment with open notes, of course. There are no more than 5 questions. Sometimes it's even 3 questions. And is considered a formative assessment. Okay? Each individual Math Excel assignment, though, this is important, will not be entered into Synergy. So think, okay, wow, all these assignments are entered into Synergy? No. You do not need to do every single Math Excel assignment. Do you understand? You don't need to do that. I will be grading you on completion, on participation. I'll get into that a little bit, but I will not be putting in, if you get one assignment as like 87%, I'm not going to put that 87% into the grade book. Okay, I do it a different way, so just pay attention in a little bit. However, if you do complete a Math Excel assignment at 100%, and you know we have a homework quiz that's corresponding to that assignment coming up, you will earn 2% extra credit points to the homework quiz. So let's just say you take the homework quiz, you get an 8 out of 10. You miss one question, you get an 8 out of 10, right? If you completed the homework assignment before, and I can tell if you did that on Math Excel, if you completed the homework assignment, the corresponding homework assignment before you completed the homework quiz, and yet the homework quiz you missed one question, you got an 8 out of 10, and you completed the homework assignment at 100%, I will put 2 extra credit points towards that homework quiz, which means, congratulations, you just got 10 out of 10 on the homework quiz. Okay? In addition, if your current grade in Synergy is at least 85.5% or above, at the time of taking a homework quiz, you may choose not to take the homework quiz. And this begins after week 2. So in the first 2 weeks, every single one of you are taking the homework quiz. Okay? Every single one of you is taking the homework quiz. But after week 2, and I'll tell you this, that homework quizzes are now optional. And if you have an A in my class, you don't have to take any of the homework quizzes. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. So it should be a really great incentive for you to get an A in my class. Now, what if you ask, well, can I take the homework quiz even if I have an A after week 2 just to try it? Absolutely. And if you fail it, will I put it in the grade book? No. So you are literally taking a free homework quiz with no consequences at all if you have an A in my class. Complete practice for you. Okay, and that's, I hope, really, really encouraging for you. I give that for the students who really try hard in the class, but yet they don't want to get bogged down with all the homework quizzes. So I hope that's motivation enough for you to get an A in my class. Whoopsie. Okay. Now, there are no retakes for homework quizzes because they're so short and they're worth very, very little. So please do not tell me to retake a homework quiz. I will say no. Now, there are also no makeups for homework quizzes because I'm giving you a whole week to do it. I will open up on Math Excel all the homework assignments, all the quizzes, all of the homework quizzes, everything for the whole week. It's all due on Friday by 4 p.m. To me, there's no excuse. I know maybe you don't want to do it that day that I suggest, but you can do it some other day. You can do it at midnight if you want. It will all be open for you to do. Okay? So do it whenever you feel like you want to do it. Just complete it however you want. All right? So that way, there's no makeups for the homework quizzes. Okay? Unless a parent or guardian communicates to me directly saying, I need this excuse for this reason, then we'll talk through that. But other than that, there's no makeups. Quizzes and tests. A lot of your, we will have obviously 3 tests and maybe 4 quizzes. All right? Obviously a final exam as well. You can use your notes on them. You could use my videos on them. Isn't that great? The power of online. It's fantastic, right? So you can use your notes free of charge. I'm not even charging you. No taxes required. Same thing on the review assignment. So this week we have a quiz 1 review, Algebra 1 quiz review on Math Excel. That's, that you have to do. That quiz review, you may earn up to 5 extra credit points, not 2, but 5 extra credit points on the corresponding quiz that's due Friday, the Algebra 1 quiz, just for review. That's why it's an Algebra 1 quiz review. We're doing that for review. So 5 extra credit points. So if you complete it at 100%, the quiz review for this next quiz coming up, I give you 5 extra credit points towards that out of 50 points. And for tests, I give you the exact same thing, 5 extra credit, and then the final exam, I give you 10. Again, no makeups unless you contact me through your parent or guardian. Participation. So I did say, listen, this is very, very important, and you must pay attention here. I did say I don't put individually the Math Excel homework assignments, right, into the gradebook. I don't do that. But rather, what I do is I average the Math Excel homework assignments, and then I put that average into the gradebook. Do you understand? So let's just say, and I gave you tons of examples here, so feel free to actually read this. Please take the initiative to read this here. Okay, I do say, let's just say I have one assignment at 100%, another assignment at 70%, and another assignment at 80%. That average percent then is 83.3, which then I round up to 10 points. Okay, I will round that up to 10 points. So what's your assignment? What's your grade on Synergy for the participation of Math Excel homework assignments for the week? What's your grade? It will be 10 out of 10 if you have something similar to that scenario. Let's just say you have 30% on assignment 1, 10% on assignment 2, and assignment 3 you have 0%. Your average would be around 0%. Okay, because I think it averages out to about like 20% or so. Well, that's going to be 0%. I'm going to round down there. Okay. Last, if you score 50%, 60%, and another 60% on an assignment, your average percent would actually be 5.3%, or 53.3%, which I round to 5 out of 10. So, recap. This is a summary. I'm summarizing here. You will only score on this assignment. You'll see every single week homework assignments from Math Excel participation, 10 out of 10. What will you get? Well, I average all your assignments for the week. You will either get a 10 out of 10, a 5 out of 10, or a 0 out of 10 for Math Excel participation on homework assignments only. Okay, so I don't grade individual homework assignments. No. Does that mean you can skip your way and not do them? No, absolutely not. You have to do them. Okay, I still give you a participation score for them. Okay? I hope that's clear. Now, focus notes, I already told you I'm going to check focus notes, other participations like Desmos activities and so forth. So anything that's not Math Excel. I already told you I'd be grading your notes. Tutoring, I already kind of explained that. I will update grades every single week, parents. So pretty much I update grades daily, to be honest, but every single week I update grades. My late policy is the standard 10% reduction. And that's usually for like Desmos activities or other online activities or for Cornell notes or something like that. School rules, same. Whoops. School rules is the same, so I'm not actually going to go through that. It's honors requirements I already went through. The attendance policy is the very last thing I'm going to go through with the syllabus. I'm going to explain it really, really fast. Short and simple. You have to check in with me daily, like I said, no matter what. And I even put the Google form here. I already showed you that Google form. It's attached there. So if you want to make sure you get points for the day, short and simple. Like I said, I am, and other teachers are too, collecting actual graded points of whether or not we hear from you, the student, every single day. Okay, this is important. It's not like quarter 4, where it's just weekly. Okay, I need to hear from you every single day, students. Every one of you. I need to hear from you in one way, shape, or form. If you don't want to go on Google Meets, if you don't want to show your face, that's fine. Just click on this Google form and fill that out every single day. Or email me. Okay, just say, hey, I'm good. There's different codes that we are by the state required. The only way that you will get, and you can read that for yourself, but the only way you won't get points on Synergy is if I literally don't hear from you at all and you're not working at all. So I will give you points for your attendance if you're even working on Math Excel that day, but I don't hear from you. So let's just say you don't email me, you don't go on the Google Meets, you don't fill out this Google form here for that day, but yet you are working diligently on Math Excel that day. I will see that and I will give you the credit. Okay? So let's just say this. If you follow my suggested template Monday through Friday on Google Classroom, Monday you're doing something, Tuesday you're doing something, Wednesday you're doing something, Thursday and Friday you're doing something on Math Excel, and you're doing that, and I can see that you're doing that stuff on Math Excel every day, I will give you a full credit point. You don't even need to communicate to me. Do I like that? No, I want to see your face. I want to actually communicate to you. But that's why I'm saying what will happen. Every teacher like this is the same. It's required by the state of Arizona. I know it's a pain. It is what it is. Okay, I hope I briefly went through that for really quickly. It's just a really small points. It's about basically 5 points every day. It's worth literally almost nothing in the gradebook. Everything else is standard. Academic dishonesty policy. I know you can cheat in math. Please don't. I don't think I deserve that with all the effort I'm putting in. Seriously, with these videos and everything. I personally don't think I deserve that. So don't. Okay. Great. That's the whole syllabus. What are we going to do now? I'm going to actually review maybe 2 or 3, just kind of briefly review some graphing lines. How do I graph lines? Because you will have to do that next week as well. And I'm going to do it doing this. You do not, I repeat, do not fill this out at all. Don't do this. This is not your homework assignment. This is just me utilizing a worksheet that I would normally give in class. And I'm going to show you how to do lines. I'm probably going to go through maybe 4 of these really quick. Okay? So if you're like, I don't need to know this, by all means, close out of this video. Actually, don't, because I'm still going to go through a Desmos activity with you. So just fast forward through this. Okay? So let's get started here. Let's just go through the very first one. Sketch the line of the graph. How do I do that? I need to put it in y equals mx plus b. Remember, y equals mx plus b looks like this. So y equals mx plus b. That's what it looks like. So m is your slope. So I'll write that down right here. And then b is actually your y-intercept, where your line crosses the y-axis. So what will this look like? Well, for this particular one, all I need to do to get it into this form, your slope-intercept form, I hope you remember that from Algebra 1. You should. I know Vargas hammered it hard. Okay, She really went through it. So all you have to do is subtract the 7x. So when I take that 7x and move it over, I really have this, y equals negative 7x. That's how I write my 7s, plus 5. This is my final slope-intercept form. So how do I graph that? I look at my y-intercept first. So my y-intercept is 5, so I'm going to put a little dot here at 5. I go down 7 over 1. Technically, this is over 1, remember? That's technically over 1, so I go down 7. So down 7, and then over a positive 1. So remember, rise over run. Your rise, your vertical shift is your top, and then run, your horizontal shift, is your bottom. And then I could try to connect these here. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty nice. That's supposed to be okay. You get the picture, okay? That's what it is, all right? I'll go through this one right here and then this one and maybe another one. So y equals 4. What is that? Well, technically what this means, guys, is y equals 0x plus 4. Obviously, anything times 0, because 0 is times that x, that little dot there means multiplication. That means we don't write that, and we just have y equals 4. That's what it means. So what's my slope? Well, my slope here then is 0. Okay? My slope is 0. And then what's my y-intercept, my b value? My b value is 4. So what does a line look like if it has a slope of 0? That means it's not steep at all. That means it's not even steep. It doesn't slope at all. It means it crosses the y-axis at 4. So right here-ish. Crosses the y-axis at 4. That's what it means. Okay? Okay. You may be thinking, well, it's y, so it goes vertical. No, it crosses the y-axis at 4. Same thing here. What does that mean? That means there is a slope, okay, but it's really, really, really steep. That slope is actually undefined. That's what that means. So that means it crosses the x-axis at -3. So that means I'm going to draw a line. That one's actually pretty good. I like that. Draw a line at there. So that's what that is. So your slope, we would say, is actually undefined. There's no slope at all. It's a complete steep hill. I mean, no one's going to climb that junk. And then your b value is actually none. You don't have any b value here. You don't have any y-intercept here. So I hope this kind of reviews a little bit. I'm going to do one more, this one right here, 4. And then afterwards, we're going to get into the Desmos activity, which you will have to do over the weekend. That's your homework. Okay? It's really short, though. And then afterwards, I'm done. You can shut me off. Okay? So let's do this one real quick. Couple things. Remember, I need to get into this form. I can't get into that form until I rearrange it. So how am I going to rearrange it? I want the y by itself. Y equals, right? Y equals mx. Notice right here, the y is by itself. So I need to get it by itself. In order to get it by itself, I need to subtract the 6x over so it can be with the 20. So far what I have is 5y, that's just chilling, equals negative 6x, and then the plus 20 is also chilling. Let's try to do that a little bit better here. Plus 20 is also chilling. How do I do this now? Well, I need to divide them because I need y by itself. Y equals, not 5y equals. I need to get y by itself here. So I need to divide. And what I do to one side, I do to the other. So divide by 5. So now what do I have here? Y equals, notice how it's by itself. That goes poofy. It goes bye-bye. This I can't simplify, so I'm actually just going to leave. And some of you are like, oh, that's gross. Oh my gosh, fraction. It's not that big a deal. Negative 6 over 5x, and then this actually simplifies nicely into 4. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So that's what I got. Okay. By the way, I suggest you actually write down your notes. This is great review because guess what? You're quizzed on something like this next Friday. FYI. Okay. So you should be writing this down as much as possible. These are technical notes. Okay. All right. So how do I do this? 4. That's the first because my b is 4 here. That's my y-intercept. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And then what's my m? What's my slope here? How steep is it? Well, -6 and then all over 5. So that means it goes over 6, so -6, or sorry, rises or goes down 6, so it goes down 6. So right here, it goes down 6, and then over 5, so all the way over here, over 5. You can just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that means it'll look something like this. Wow, that's an amazing line. Holy junk. Pristine. Fantastic. Okay, so that's all the stuff I will show you here. I'm actually going to erase it, but feel free to pause it if you need to get all this stuff down. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you with that. So let's go back. This is also stuff you can write down, more formal, rise over run, slope, y equals mx plus b, all stuff that you need to know so that you can actually, be successful in this first week. This first week is only Algebra 1 review, nothing new here this first week. So this is the last thing I want to do. I want you guys to fill this out as much as possible. Please, please, please fill this out. It's actually really, really easy. Go to student.desmos.com on your tablet, your laptop. It basically is getting you used to Desmos and me used to you, okay? And so please use this code to type it in, and you will see this, okay? You'll see this, all right? So you can pause it if you want, so you can fill it out. See, not many slides, really only 9 of them. And a lot of it's about you, not anything math really related. So first things first, I'm going to kind of go through maybe the first 3 and then kind of explain the other ones, and then I'm done. Isn't that great? So, and if you don't want me to go through the first 3, then if you want to do it yourself, then by all means, like I said, just skip ahead to the video. What is this? What does this mean? Okay, so welcome to Desmos activities. We will be doing so many Desmos activities throughout the year. They're really, really important. I'm telling you, you need to pay attention. Here's a sketch pad. It will get you kind of familiar with it. At what point represents your prediction for learning math this year? So if you're in grade 10, let's just say you're in grade 10, maybe you want to, your overall feelings here are really, really high. So you're going to put like a little dot here. Maybe you're not feeling too great about online, about me, how goofy I am or how stupid looking I am. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling really, really low and you're like, nah, I hate math. It sucks. I'm not about this life. So whatever grade you're in, I want you to, and I will be checking this. This is graded. Okay. It's due Monday, by the way. Monday by 4 p.m. Maybe you're in 12th grade and you're feeling like, nah, I'm feeling pretty good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so just put your overall sketch pad. Okay? That's all you need to do. All right? If you want to kind of also do this as well, so right here, sketch a graph. It's also, so let's just say this is kindergarten and I'm in 12th grade. Now I'll actually guide it out. This is mine. This is what mine would look like. I actually didn't really like math that well in kindergarten and in first grade. This is first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. I was really bad at it. In second grade, I did pretty good. So I started rising up. So this is second grade right here, this line. Started rising up. Third grade, I actually was really, really good at math again. Fourth grade, I was really good at math. Fifth grade, not so much. Really wasn't good at math for fifth grade. And it really was, not just I wasn't good at it, but I didn't really like the teacher that much. Sixth grade was okay. Seventh grade was like personal struggles. Eighth grade was amazing. I mean, I had a great math teacher. I really liked math in eighth grade. Ninth grade was even more amazing. I really had a great math teacher, and it really does make or break it for me, and I'm assuming for a lot of you. And then 10th grade, I mean, amazing teacher. I really, really had a great teacher for 10th grade in geometry. She was literally the one who probably convinced me. She didn't personally convince me, but her teaching and everything convinced me to become a math teacher. In 11th grade, I mean, it sucked. It really was awful. I really hated it. The teacher was awful. I didn't feel like she was competent enough. She didn't really communicate effectively. And so all those things, especially for mathematics, really turned me down, especially when I wanted to be a math teacher. But then 12th grade, I had this great teacher, 12th grade, and he basically excelled in everything he did. I mean, he was just fabulous. Um, so it really made me rethink my math abilities and everything. So that's what mine looks like. I'm interested to see what yours looks like. So please feel free, just type in, why this is the case. Did you have a good math experience and so forth? The next slide is just something that we'll probably see every so often. It's really fun, kind of cute. Random graph, just funky looking. It's actually an exponential graph, but this is what a Marvel slide is. If you click launch on Desmos, you don't see this all the time, but it's pretty cool because you're like, yay, I guess. So here, I'm going to kind of go through this with you. I'm going to show you how to do this. They want you to actually write your own equation. I'm going to go through it with you. So maybe you're pulling it up right now and doing it side by side with me as you speak. That would be great if you're doing it side by side with this video. I'm going to show you something really cool on Desmos. What I can do here is type in y equals. I know it's a line because it's a straight line. Looks like that, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Straight line. I type in my equation for Math Excel. Desmos. If I type it in for Desmos, look at my variables here. This is something really cool that Desmos does. Watch this. It will actually move for you. Now what we're trying to do is match the graph, so I'm going to actually pause it here. I can move it by myself. What I want to do is I want to try to get like that. That looks pretty good, right? Yeah, because that's the exact same slope. They almost look parallel. If they are parallel, they have the same slope. But what if I launched it here? Will it get it? No, it won't get the star. So now I need to kind of go to my y variable, my b, right here, And this, you see, actually changes it. So I need to pull it up right next to it, maybe at that too. Now, will this work? Yeah, absolutely, it will work. So we do a lot of stuff like that in Desmos, and that's really great. I really love Desmos. It's free, like I said. So next slide, play, do whatever you want. You can type in a parabola, just type in like y squared if you want to, equals, I don't know, pi. Do whatever you want. You can type in sine of x. Okay, you can do that. That's their normal trig graph. You can do x cubed, whatever. Kind of get used to these random funky graphs because we're going to be going through. This is on your own time, very simple. Just discuss in your own words. Which ones do you think? There's no right or wrong answer, by the way. I just want to know how you think. Why? What are some of the differences between these graphs? Why? Are you a math person? Maybe you're unsure. Maybe you disagree. Like I'm definitely not a math person. I would honestly put myself probably like right here. You're probably like, you're a math teacher and you're not 100% because I like other things, man. Like I like philosophy. I like playing guitar. Like I don't dedicate my whole life to math. I love math and I think it's beautiful by all means, in every stretch of the imagination, but I probably is somewhere around here. I don't study math textbooks. I did that once in life. I'm done. And occasionally maybe I do study some math, but explain your reasoning in the box. This is just what you personally disagree with or agree with. These are things that you can kind of move and put together here. Maybe you enjoyed Algebra 1. Fractions are more useful than decimals. Maybe you would, homework should be graded, and you would disagree homework should be graded. Maybe it's just for practice for you. Think math can be fun. Maybe you disagree there. So kind of move them around because sometimes we use these. And then last, seriously, I want to help you. All joking aside, I want to help you. Tell me what you want me to do to help you as much as possible, within reason, obviously. Okay, and then final question, if you're an animal, what would it be? I know what I would be. Hopefully you'll be able to know what it is. That would definitely be a unicorn. You'll see this. This is my math unicorn. Okay? Usually when I finish a math problem, I'll draw a unicorn like this. This is my unicorn. I think it's fabulous. So thanks so much for just sticking with me. This is all I have. I know it's been such a long time. It's probably been an hour, and you guys are great. And so thank you for sticking with me. Obviously, you don't need to do the Kudo worksheet. Do the signed syllabus, the acknowledgement form on Google Classroom. Enjoy your first day back. I mean, it's going to be so crazy to try to figure it out, but I'm here if you have any questions, okay? Seriously, I'm here if you have any questions whatsoever. But until next time, make good choices. Always make good choices. This is Mr. Carlson. I'll see you.